We are back to News Talk, 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO, and this is KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. 7:35 on your Thursday morning, 55 degrees as you're getting up, heading for a high today of 80. And you guys know him. You know Jerry Reynolds, the car pro. Good morning, Jerry.
Well, good morning, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're just pretty darn good.
Yeah, we're doing great.
And Jerry,
Well,
this is your first. This is going to be your first appearance. Now, don't be nervous. Your
okay.
your first appearance here with KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. So it's a big audience here. So, but we Jerry, of course, is the car pro, and he's weekly. Doing his weekly interview show now. The Car Pro airs Saturdays from 11 to 1 on News Talk 95.1, 790 AM KFYO. And you can get more information online at carprousa.com. So, Jerry, bring us up to date on what you've been up to.
Well, I'll tell you, generally we've talked in the past about whatever car I'm reviewing that week, and I've got a really neat car this week. It's the 2017 BMW 530, which is the middle car, kind of falls between the 3 Series and the huge 7 Series. And as I was writing the review this week, I noted that this car was just the right size. You know, it wasn't too big, but yet it's got a really nice back seat. This car is all new. It replaced the 528.
It's a Goldilocks car, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Just
but
right.
What's the couple things that are kind of cool about this car is, first thing is it's got a 4-cylinder engine with twin turbos, and this car, even though it's large, it's getting 35 miles to the gallon out on the highway.
That's pretty good.
Phenomenal. Yeah, you know, it's amazing what these twin turbos will do. This thing's running almost 300 horses, feels like a very large 6-cylinder when you go to get down on it to get on a freeway or something like that. But it's got a feature that's a first for me, and I don't see many firsts anymore. I mean, new technology is changing, of course, and I've had a lot of cars that'll drive themselves like this one will. It'll steer down the road without touching the steering wheel. It'll stop itself if it needs to. But this car, you can actually park it without being inside the car. So it's a full-size remote control car, controlled from the key fob. And although it's nothing that a lot of people would use here, but if you found yourself in one of those situations where it's really tight in your garage, for instance, and you have trouble getting in and out of the car once you get it parked, you can stand outside the garage, park this car, turn it off, and then the next day start it up and back it out without ever getting in the car. And that's pretty space age.
That's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
if you have a small, I know that apartment complexes have really small garages.
Yes.
So.
I shot a video of it, how it actually works. I do a video every week with whatever I'm driving, but I shot a separate video with this parking system yesterday that'll be up online sometime over the weekend once we get it all edited out. But just a spectacular car, $72,000 on the window sticker, but it's got everything in the world you could possibly order on one. A beautiful interior. It's a great color too. It's a Mediterranean blue is the official name, but it's a real dark navy blue with a white interior. It's just a stunning automobile.
Well, you know, Jerry, it seems like everything car-wise is going to these remote controls. What is it? These driverless cars. And you've probably reported on this, but, you know, personally, an old West Texas boy like me, with a little bit of skepticism running through my veins, I just can't see this happening in the time frame that they're talking about.
No, I can't either. I think there's some obstacles. I think the infrastructure is one. This BMW I'm driving, for instance, if you're going along and you're letting it drive itself, but then you come up on an area where the stripes in the road are faded out, this car doesn't know what to do then. It gets real.
Oh, it follows the stripes in the road?
It follows the stripes, yes. It's radar-based and camera-based. And so when, you know, it has to be that way. So if you go into a curve, and I shot video with it doing it, going into a curve. But again, there's a lot of infrastructure issues with construction zones and faded stripes and that sort of thing that make that system, you better be ready to engage yourself at any given time.
Wow.
So it's
See,
not like you're
I
gonna
just
kick
I
back
wouldn't
and
trust
take a
that.
nap.
I just would not trust that, Ben.
Yeah, it's going to take a while before people do. And the crazy thing is the automakers, all of them, are sinking billions and billions of dollars into these self-driving cars, and we still don't know what the final cost of any one of them is going to be down the road. How expensive are they? The application I actually see as potential is the baby boomers as they age, and their kids and grandkids want to start to take the keys away from them. Then a self-driving car, if that technology comes to be where it's extremely reliable, I can see that as a way to get to the grocery store and to doctor appointments. And I can even see 3 or 4 people going together to buy one of these and sharing that car so they are mobile. But other than that, I think, especially in Texas, most of us still enjoy driving. We like the feel of the wheel.
I like to
And
drive.
I know I do.
Well, and is there any other automotive news around the country right now?
It's been kind of quiet this week in the Texas market. If you're in the market for a truck, it's truck month for Ford, Chevy, GMC, and Ram. And that means that the incentives are usually the best of the year on trucks, and that runs through March. So truck buyers out there, whether it's light-duty truck or a 3/4 ton, 1-ton diesel, the incentives are really good right now. So it would be a good time to check them out.
Well, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, Jerry Reynolds, good talking to you. Jerry Reynolds is the Car Pro Show guy, and his Car Pro Show airs Saturdays right here on KFYO from 11 to 1. Get more information online at carprousa.com. Jerry, thanks for filling in this morning and bringing
bet.
us up to date.
I'll talk to you next week.
All
All
right.
right.